from Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin. Welcome today the WISAA Division II game, championship game between Kenosha St. Joseph Lancers and the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers. Hello everyone, I'm Dan Wynn alongside Bob Jomey. Bob, a real Cinderella story this afternoon as both of these ball clubs 7-4 on the year, coming out of the number 4 seed spot in this tournament to play in today's championship final.
A Cinderella story is exactly it there, Dan. These two teams, perhaps people didn't expect them to be here. Both of them have played just marvelous football during these playoffs, and both of them very much deserve to be where they are today.
You bet. Kenosha St. Joseph defeated La Crosse Aquinas, a real big upset at La Crosse in that quarterfinal game. Then in the semifinal game, they played University School, defeated them soundly 48-14. For the Lutheran Lancers from Manitowoc, Bob, in the semifinals, that is, they played, of course, Appleton Xavier, beat them by 1 point, 15-14, then came back home in Manitowoc, that big battle against Manitowoc Roncalli, beat the Jets to qualify for today's championship.
And of course, as you know, Dan, the Lancers lost to each of those teams earlier in the year during the regular season. The Lancers have been an improving ball club. As the year has wound down here, they've played better and better football. And today, hey, it should be an interesting one.
When we come back, we're going to profile today's ball clubs right after this.
A tennis bracelet is a gift that's bold, a roll of ice set in gold.
It's time to take the homework out of your retirement planning.
Taxes, insurance, investments, a college education for the kids, retirement. Sometimes it all seems like too much. Hubbard Investments, helping you navigate the financial maze.
St. Joseph Lancers, Bob, Jim Kenosha, number 2, the big running back, 1,217 yards this season. He's their main man running.
That's right. Talking to their coach earlier, he says they really like to run the ball this year, and they have developed a running game that, well, they're really proud of, I think, and it's done them real well so far this season. But we can't forget they do have the ability to pass. Their quarterback, as a sophomore, led their conference in passing. This year, they throw only when they want to.
And that's number 4, Jerry Arnold, 750 yards passing this year. Schoolig, number 6, 16 receptions, 6 TDs. He's the guy they like to go to a lot, Bob.
Yes, that's right. But again, we look for that run. We're anticipating to see the run primarily from Kenosha St. Joseph's.
For the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers in that game against the Roncalli Jets, number 34, Andy Hillman, big night against the Jets.
Hillman has had some excellent outings this year, along with Honke and the other backs, of course. That full house backfield that Lutheran likes to use has been a very productive running attack for them, but they've also been able to put the ball up. Lohberger becoming a much improved passer during the course of this season.
Jeff Lohberger, the big 6'4" sophomore, 45 out of 117 in passing this year, 474 yards, 6 TDs, 11 interceptions. As you said, Bob, improved a lot from early on this year, just a sophomore, gained a lot of experience. He'll be tough in today's game. Bob, our last thoughts before we go to our starting lineup. Some drizzle out here just a few moments ago in the warm-ups. The field's a little slick.
Yes, when we were out there walking around earlier, the field was extremely good. Then a little bit of a shower, and we walked across again, and it seemed to be a little bit slippery. But now I've been watching the players, and the cuts seem to be holding just very, very well for them. So I think the field is going to be in excellent shape.
Well, let's go to the starting lineups now for today's game.
Today's starting lineups are brought to you by the First National Bank, which encourages you to shop locally and bank locally at your independent community bank, First National Bank. Starting in offense today for Fred Heydrich's Lutheran Lancers at quarterback number 10, Jeff Lohberger. At halfback number 96, Ed Vandewater. At fullback number 34, Andy Hillman. At halfback number 25, Seth Honke. At right end number 98, Jason Schrank. At right tackle number 52, Bryce Fisher. At right guard number 53, Chuck Zivko. At center number 88, Barry Nelson. At left guard number 50, Pius. At left tackle, number 64, Phil Vandermouse. And at left end, number 83, Ben Hartman. On defense for the St. Joseph Lancers, on the line at tackles are number 77, Bob Camozzi, and number 78, Andy Nielsen. The ends are number 82, Ryan Markowski, and number 87, John Lowen. And the nose guard is number 38, Curtis Tallfree. The linebackers are number 51, Steve Mills, and number 3, Eric Canessi. The cornerbacks are number 2, Jim Canessi, and number 5, Jason Canessi. The safeties are number 4, Jerry Arnold, and number 6, Mike Skuglick. On offense for St. Joseph's, at quarterback number 4, Jerry Arnold. The running backs are number 2, Jim Canessi, and number 38, Curtis Tallfree. At split end, number 6, Mike Skuglick. The ends are number 82, Ryan Markowski, and number 87, John Lowen. The tackles on the line are number 60, Toby Getchman, and number 77, Bob Camozzi. The guards are number 78, Andy Nielsen, and number 51, Steve Mills. And at center, number 63, Jason Grooms. On defense for the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers, on right end, number 80, Dave Wire. At right tackle, number 54, Chad Cordy. At right guard, number 12, Corey Rodewald. At left guard, number 84, Scott Neuser. At left tackle, number 67, Randy Lepich. At left end, number 32, Andy Schrader. The linebackers are number 33, Jason Richter, and number 96, Ed Vandewater. The cornerbacks are number 19, Chris Schwarz, and number 25, Seth Honke. And at safety, number 20, Jerry Karolfi. We'll be back with more pregame right after this.
Arby's chicken fingers. Big whole strips of real white meat chicken breast, specially seasoned, cooked golden brown. Arby's chicken fingers are just like the chicken fingers you'll find at popular trendy restaurants. Well, with a few differences. Try the chicken fingers. Only at Arby's.
UGG footwear, as worn by the 1994 Winter Olympic team in the opening ceremonies at Lillehammer, is available right here in Kenosha at Easy Tan. UGGs are warm, comfortable, healthy, washable, water repellent, lightweight, and UGGs are durable, versatile, and unique. They come in a variety of styles and colors. Wear them barefoot this winter, whether you're inside or out. UGG's durable sheepskin maintains your body temperature. For tanning, UGG boots, and soft heat radiant sauna systems, see Easy Tan in Sunnyside Plaza, 8042 22nd Avenue, Kenosha.
And welcome back to Camp Randall. We hope you selected choice A on You Be the Ref. And there are the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers across the way. And of course, good contingency down. It always looks like a small turnout when you're in giant Camp Randall Stadium here, but a lot of Lutheran fans, a lot of those people came down last night and had motel rooms in the area. Talking to Fred Heydrich before today's game, he mentioned they rolled in the town about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, had a nice meal. The entire team went to church services and had just a very enjoyable evening. He said down here last night, and players got a good night's rest, and he said they're ready to play football this afternoon. Also had an opportunity to talk to Bob Freund from Kenosha St. Joseph out on the field before the game, and I know their players are ready, and as we said, both teams coming in with 7-4 records, very similar season, coming back from nowhere, so to speak. A lot of people thought these two teams early on would not be meeting in the finals, and they proved everybody wrong, and they're here this afternoon to battle it out for the WISAA Division II state championship game. How they got here, let's take a look at Kenosha St. Joseph's. First of all, they started out the season with a couple of victories this year over Wilmot 27-0, then Martin Luther 48-7. They lost to Manitowoc Roncalli 27-7. Came back with a big game against Racine St. Catherine's 46-20. They won that one, lost to Thomas More 17-7. Then had a couple of victories, Whitefish Bay Dominican 22-6 and a 23-8 victory over Chippewa Falls McDonald. Then they had 2 games they lost with shutouts. They lost 35-0 against Memorial, 42-0 against Milwaukee Lutheran, but that didn't get them down. As we mentioned, in that quarterfinal game, they beat Aquinas 29-6 and University School 48-14. So that's how Kenosha St. Joseph Lancers qualified for today's championship game. When we come back, we'll be ready for the kickoff, and we'll talk a little bit more about the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers and how they got here after this.
In the early days, man counted on a rather primitive system to keep data. Needless to say, things didn't always add up. Then came computer adventure with state-of-the-art multimedia PCs, expert service, and a really friendly staff. Man was pleased. Computer adventure, one thing's for sure, come to us and you won't get stuck with a prehistoric PC. Computer Adventure, 654-5501. Computer Adventure, 6200 22nd Avenue, Kenosha.
Welcome back to Camp Randall Stadium. There you see the weather conditions for this afternoon. Temperature in the 40s. The wind out of the south, 5 to 10. Bob, Jomi, at the moment, I think it's even picking up a little bit breezier than that. Could be a factor today.
Oh, I think it's definitely a good deal more. That's Weather Service tells us 5 to 10, but standing down in the field, there's a definite south to north wind blowing here, and it could definitely be a factor in this game. I know that you're going to see the punts die as they get up in the air, and if there are any attempts at field goals and things, you'll want to be kicking them into the closed end of the stadium, not the end near the field house.
Captains are out at midfield for Kenosha St. Joseph. There you see number 2, Jim Kenesey. Number 4, Jerry Arnold, the quarterback, and number 51, Steve Mills, the defensive captain of this ball club. For the Lancers, number 12, Corey Rodewall, and also Andy Hillman, number 34. Manitowoc Lutheran will be receiving. The Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers, we mentioned, also a 7-4 record. They started out with a 24-21 victory over Algoma, followed by a victory over Mishicot. Oh, that was reversed, wasn't it, Bob, on that one score? Walsall Newman, they lost 28-0, defeated Menasha St. Mary 48-0, and then won a squeaker over Oshkosh Lord 7-0. Fond du Lac Springs, they were shut out by them as they lost 33-0 in a game we did, Bob. Appleton Xavier in homecoming. That's when the Lancers first started coming on. They lost by just 1 point to that state-ranked team, 23-22. They lost to the Roncalli Jets 35-12, then defeated Fox Valley Lutheran 28-3, and came back to defeat Appleton Xavier over at their field 15-14 in that quarterfinal, just like Kenosha St. Joseph went over and knocked off La Crosse Aquinas. And then they came back in that return meeting with Manitowoc Roncalli and won 34-26.
Yeah, they've really, as we pointed out earlier, they've really been playing some excellent football toward the end of this season, and here they go in the state championship.
And a squib kick taken at the 27-yard line and returned out to the 41-yard line. Lancers will go 1st and 10 from there. Schrank on that return for the Lancers.
Nice hole on that kickoff return. St. Joe's able to close it down, but good field position for the Lancers to begin their initial offensive possession.
Jeff Lohberger, number 10 at QB. And 1st down, they go right up the middle. Good yardage as Hillman takes it out to about the 48-yard line. On the stop, number 38, Curtis Tolfree.
We're expecting to see multiple defensive sets from Kenosha St. Joseph's today. This time, a whole lot of people up front, but some good blocks by the, there you see that play again as a nice job of running by Hillman up the middle.
And there's that dive play. You'll see Manitowoc Lutheran using that a lot as Honke gets right out to that midfield stripe. Toll-free getting up from the bottom of that pile. Also on the stop, number 63, Jason Grooms.
Well, a 3rd and 1 here, and we'll try to keep you posted as game progresses on the different defenses that we see. A lot of people up front for St. Joseph's.
3rd and a short 1. And they go to that left dive play and close to the 1st down, but it appears we'll have to wait to see where they give the spot. Seth Honke, and the officials do want to take a close look at this one.
Honke with the spin move in there to try to make that yard, but I think he's going to end up just a little bit short. It'll be interesting to see if it is 6 inches short. I wouldn't be surprised to see Fred go for it on this first 4th down of the game.
Bob, with our vantage point up here, the nose of the ball is just over the 49 hash mark, and they had to get about another 8 inches. So it appears from here that's going to be a little short. So 4th and that much. Jason Schrank checks in with this 4th down play for the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers as we're just underway. No score in the first quarter. And the give is to Vandewater. He has the first down and more. And Vandewater dragging 4 or 5 tacklers down to the 42-yard line. Mills, one of the players on the stop. Also Mike Skuglik, number 6.
St. Joseph's that time really piling things up on their defensive left. Here we see the handoff to Hillman going a little wider, to Vandewater, excuse me, on that one. And a nice determined run, and it takes 4 people to bring him down over there.
At St. Joseph's 42-yard line, 1st and 10, Lancers. And this time Hillman hits it outside, crosses the 40 to the 39-yard line, bumping him out of bounds. Jason Kenesey, number 5.
From a 6-man line that we've seen several times now, this time we had a 4-4 defense from St. Joseph's. The coach let us know before the game that they'd be mixing it up. Their Lancers, Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers, are going to be seeing a lot of defensive changes as this game progresses.
Honke, Hillman, Vandewater, left to right in that backfield. And that dive play goes to Honke down to the 46.
Tough to get to those linebackers in that 4-4 stack type defense. They're a little bit deeper. They look in the early going here to be active linebackers that are willing to come up and make the hit. Still about 4 yards, almost exactly 4 yards to go.
3rd and 4. And Hillman, second man through, gets the first down at the 31-yard line. And another first down for Manitowoc Lutheran. Good, impressive first drive.
That, and you see the defense from St. Joe's really keying on Honke there. They're really cognizant of that dive play that's been so successful for Manitowoc Lutheran this year. And they're having somebody key on that halfback each and every time. And this time, it took one of the people out of the play. They didn't have to block him.
Jason Grooms comes in replacing Lance Moon on 1st and 10. Vandewater, good hard running down to the 28.
This time another change with a 6-man defensive line and then 2 linebackers who are really creeping up into that line as well. Here on replay of that last run. The snap, the straight ahead dive play. Good determined effort as he's hit early, but no stopping that guy.
2nd down and 7. Getting up inside to about the 26-yard line. Hillman, not much going there. Tolfree on the stop along with Jesse Walton, number 50. So it brings up about a 3rd and 5 now for Manitowoc Lutheran. 8:13 on the clock. It's running. Lohberger keeps it and pitches. He has 1 man out. Can he turn the corner? Well played by St. Joseph's. Kenesey coming on over to make the stop. Eric Kenesey knocking him out of bounds, number 3. Mills also over there, number 51.
Nice defensive job that time by St. Joseph's. They really stretched that one. What you want to do on an option play is, well, first of all, you want to see that quarterback have to pull it down. They make the quarterback pitch, but then they stretch the play all the way to the sideline. Now watch as the halfback comes your way. He's forced to go wider and wider and wider until just runs out of field. Pretty good defense that time.
4th and 5. Lancers going for it here. Lohberger back to pass, flips it over the middle. It's complete. First down as he hits Jason Richter.
And down just short of the 15-yard line. An excellent little pass play that time. Lohberger has really developed into a fine quarterback. He's got some touch on that ball now and lays it in there, makes it very catchable for the receiver. Here we get a chance at Lohberger laying that one out there. Nice wide open receiver and an excellent job running after the ball, after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Honke, and that time hit right at the line of scrimmage, not going anywhere. And big Andy Nielsen, number 78, hits him along with 82, Ryan Markowski. Nielsen, 6'2", 245-pound senior from that tackle slot. You know you're hit when Andy gets you, Bob.
Yes, he brings a load, as they say. But we've seen the defense really react to their defensive right. Perhaps the key will be in going left.
Andy Hillman. And Andy Hillman, no gain, maybe a loss in the play. Well played by Jason Kenosha. The senior makes a fine tackle, brings up 3rd down and 10.
Nice, again, nice mix of defensive calls out there. We get a chance to look at that play again. Hillman gets a handoff, evades one tackler, but a nice job done by St. Joseph's Kenosha, number 5. There are 3 Kennessees playing for St. Joe's out there today.
Timeout called by Manitowoc Lutheran. 6:32 remaining in the first quarter. No score.
What a great anniversary present we just received. Our 75th year in business, and Chevrolet has sent us the best new model product lineup they've ever had.
Come see the reintroduction of Chevy's all-new Monte Carlo and its twin, the four-door Lumina. Plus, S10 Blazers have been totally redesigned for 95. The 95 Cavalier has a sleek new look, and don't miss the new styling of the Chevy Astro van.
So come on out to Hartnell Chevrolet today and see all the new 95s.
Hey, across the way, there's the parking lot. I think that's at the fire department over there, Bob. They're on standby. They heard this was going to be a hot game here this afternoon. They're ready to go. Right now, the situation is 3rd down. 10 yards to go for the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers. The ball at the 16-yard line of St. Joseph's.
Well, I'm sure we'll see 2 shots from here for that first down.
Two receivers wide right. And they go with that counter play. It could be a touchdown. We're waiting. No, they said he's down at the 1-foot line, more like 1-inch line, as Seth Honke.
Very nice, virtually untouched as he comes through there. Does a beautiful job. I think actually he was spun into the end zone, but he was, okay, here we get a chance to look at that. Notice the fake there, fake to Hillman, and the hand back on a counter play or misdirection, wide open. And here I think he's spun in. Oh, his knee did touch. His knee did touch. Good call by the officials, even though they had to trail that play.
And no gain on 1st down as the Lancers hit it right up the middle. Mills in on the stop.
Well, down here where they are now, one of 2 things happens. Either it's power football, or sometimes people do a little finesse move down there and try to get somebody going. With 4 cracks from that close, I think you're going to see a little power football, perhaps that dive play again.
Honke, Hillman, Vandewater in that full house backfield. And the give is to Seth Honke, and he crosses that plane of the goal line. And the Lutheran Lancers are on the board, 6-0 at the 5:29 mark of the first period.
Well, a lucky guess on my part, but there it was, the dive play straight ahead. Honke, the bread and butter man on that dive straight ahead. They did a beautiful job. Hey, they scored. They took that opening kickoff, used a lot of time, put it in the end zone.
Manitowoc Lutheran fans across the way cheering, jumping up and down. Well, last week they struck first against Manitowoc Roncalli in that semifinal. There you see the fans across the way. On the 2-point conversion, Lohberger back to throw, and it's caught over there. A leaping grab by Vandewater. Tremendous catch in that left corner of the end zone.
Absolutely right. A fantastic catch. He really stretched out. The ball laid out nicely in front, and an excellent effort by the receiver.
There's the score, 8-0, back with the Lancer kickoff.
We've got your style, just let us know. We've got your style, wherever you go.
Cost Cutters Family Hair Care, with 3 convenient Kenosha locations, Kmart, Factory Outlet, and Sunnyside.
We've got your style, Cost Cutters.
Drive by the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers to open up this first quarter.
That it was, and again, just a super catch on that extra point there. The referee right on the spot to make the call, and an 8-zip lead for Manitowoc.
Jason Nichols to kick it off. It's a spinner taken at the 36-yard line. That was Ryan Markowski on the return out to the 41.
The Lancers in this first quarter are moving into the wind, a fairly stiff breeze. So, of course, Kenosha will be moving with that wind. They'll have whatever advantage that might afford them in this first quarter.
Good field position for Kenosha St. Joseph to start on their first series of the game. Jerry Arnold, number 4 at QB. And give us to Kenesey. That's Eric Kenesey. We'll keep the 2 straight for you. Jim is number 2, Eric number 3. Eric Kenesey, the ball carrier there, had 66 carries for 435 yards this year, a 6.6 average, 8 touchdowns for the Lancers.
Yeah, they have a couple of backs with some really impressive stats on the year. Excellent per carry averages.
And Jim Kenesey, check that. That was Eric on that one. Or Jason, check that. Jason, number 5 on the carry.
We're going to get a chance to see that out of the full house backfield. The handoff here.
Jim gets it. Now watch the ball come out.
The ball comes out, pops right into the hands of the waiting Kenesey. There, with 3 of them out there, or 3 of them on the team, almost anybody who's waiting could be.
And I thought Jim had that handoff to start. And Eric Kenesey gets around the corner down the sideline. 1 man to beat, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Kenosha St. Joseph's. And that will be a 53-yard scamper. And the Kenosha St. Joseph fans over here, as you can see, that brought them to their feet.
Well, he made it to the outside, got that corner, and once he turned that corner, it was difficult to catch up. So St. Joe's comes back and makes a much closer game out of it in the early going. A quick score on a long run from scrimmage. And now the try. They're going, of course, for the 2-point to get that tie.
And Jim Kenesey takes it in, and we're tied at 8. 4:06 left in the first.
Did you know that Dave is not only a famous actor and celebrity, but he's also a famous chef?
Welcome to Sunnyside.
We serve delicious pizzas, delicious hamburgers, mouth-watering chicken breast sandwiches, and delicious hot dogs, bratwurst, and Polish sausage.
So drop by and visit Dave and take advantage of these wonderful specials.
And I don't have a daughter named Wendy.
Family, friends, and the time spent together are the most precious memories we have. And at Sheridan Medical Complex, our staff provides the very best therapy services for patients and residents. Sheridan Medical Complex is a home away from home, offering short-term rehabilitative stays in a comfortable, cheerful atmosphere. In addition to our new therapeutic department, there's a pleasant dining area, recreation rooms, patios, and much more. When it comes to the ones you love, choose Sheridan Medical Complex.
Well, it didn't take long for Kenosha St. Joseph's to come back and tie up this game. 8-8.
An 8-8 score. Looks like we may just be in for a little offense this afternoon.
Line drive kick down at the 21-yard line. Return out to about the 36-yard line by Vandewater.
Again, pretty good field position for the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers as they start their second offensive possession of this game.
15-yard return to the first extent, Manitowoc Lutheran.
First time each team gets the ball this afternoon. They take it in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion. We're tied at 8. And Hillman, the fullback, gets the call, picks up 2 or 3.
Another thing the St. Joseph's coach talked to me about is they're concerned about the splits. Manitowoc Lutheran really uses some wide splits, that is distance from lineman to lineman, and it stretches the defense a little bit and makes their work a little bit tougher.
They pitch to Andy Hillman. He's got a couple of blockers out in front, and Hillman with some good yardage getting around the corner. Hillman picks up about 5. Well, nearly 6 on the play. They'll just be about a yard shy.
And here you see the pitch out to Hillman with blockers out front. A different offensive set this time, running to their left again. And this time more blockers out on that side as they lead well and pick up nice yardage on the pitch sweep action.
Good second effort by Hillman at the end of that play to make it 3rd down and a foot. And 1st down and then some for Seth Hanke.
That young man just is not going to be tackled. He's come to play today and has been very tough to bring down.
Toll-free on the stop, number 38. Also number 6, Mike Scugley, coming up from his safety slot.
Well, Manitowoc keeps moving those chains. As long as they do that and use up the time, they're being a very productive football team.
Manitowoc Lutheran in Kenosha St. Joseph territory, just over the midfield stripe. Mills on the tackle. Hillman maybe gets a yard. No gain on the play. Steve Mills, the 6 foot, 190-pound senior linebacker. Watch him make this tackle.
Here we have the same play as you saw a moment ago, run to the opposite side, and this time St. Joe's defenders are in there to make the stop.
Mills off to a good start from that linebacker slot, number 51. And Seth Hanke and Toll-free. And you know, these teams have scouted each other, and that's a real bread and butter play, that quick dive, especially left side to Hanke. And it looks like Kenosha St. Joseph, they're ready for that play this afternoon.
The hole is there at the line of scrimmage. The blocks are happening at that point, but the linebacker is really filling well and sliding down the line and making the stop. So we'll need to have somebody come through and cut off on the linebacker, but of course we see a constant change of defensive sets.
So 3rd and long. Lancers keep it on the ground. Maybe 2 on that carry. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 8. Coach Fred Heydrich looks around, sends the punting team on. Jeff Lohberger, number 10, the quarterback, is the punter of the Jets. Or the Lancers. Check that. And Bob, one thing, when you have your quarterback as the punter, you know what you can do sometime during a game?
Various options become available.
Timeout called by Manitowoc Lutheran. 36 seconds left in the period. 8-8, we're tied.
Like every good investment, it takes time, know-how, and a little bit of personal attention to meet your goals. That's where Sellers Insurance and Investments can make all the difference. Hi, I'm Len Sellers. Are you happy with your rate of return? Are you interested in a smart investment opportunity? Sooner or later, we all need financial advice, and Sellers Insurance and Investments has the answers. You don't have to have a windfall to begin a wise investment. Call me, Len Sellers, and we can discuss your financial future.
Hey, there's the scoreboard. Part of the, is it mini Jumbotron, Bob?
Well, yeah, we could call it that, I guess. Really in addition to the experience for the youngsters here at Camp Randall with that big scoreboard available.
There you see the stats, 21 yards rushing, just 3 for St. Joseph. Sacks, turnovers, penalties, look at that. Error-free game thus far.
Number 10, Jeff Lohberger in punt formation. Deep receive, number
77 total yards for the Lancers, 60 for St. Joseph thus far. And there's the pass, and it's complete. And boy, it depends where they give the spot on this. That's going to be short.
Well, the officials, one of the officials has got a good mark on it. It's going to be a problem, of course, because the officials are not set up for a fake, and they're deep to cover the punt. If we get the accurate spot, it should be very, very close.
Well, here we talk about the possible fake, and they pull it off. The marker on the other side is at the 38, not quite 38 and a half. This is going to be very, very close. It's going to be within inches.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they've got it.
I think they do, because now I see the stripe here. They should have it by about the length of the football, Bob. And that's what it is.
From our vantage point, high atop Camp Randall, we had a good look at that one, and well, let's say we lucked out this time. We called it exactly.
You know, one thing from doing a game from this perspective, we're in the 3rd level of the press box here at Camp Randall. When you can see the sideline hash marks with the spot of the ball and then looking across the way, it is an excellent vantage point to see those close measurements. Andy Hillman. Hillman with the tough yard. Markowski, number 82 on the tackle, also toll-free, number 38.
The second man given the ball that time, and it's been some kind of tough going on the bread and butter kind of plays for Lutheran. They've done well with their passing and a few of the counters.
That's the end of the first period. 8-8, we're tied. Back with more action right after this.
Retail furniture prices are just too high. That's why the St. Charles Furniture Factory stores are open to the public. Buying factory direct, quality Wisconsin-built furniture and bedding saves you big money. Sofas $2.99 to $4.99. Sleepers $3.59 to $6.49. Now that's factory direct pricing. Over 25 styles to choose from and all carry a lifetime frame and spring warranty. The St. Charles Furniture Factory store located in Villa Capri, where buying factory direct saves you money.
Hey, there's the satellite dishes across the way. The scheme is being beamed throughout the world today, Bob.
Well, just short of the entire world, I think. One of the University of Wisconsin buildings there.
There's the Kenosha St. Joseph cheerleaders down here on the side. You can see by the breeze blowing and the girls' hair there. It's a little gusty down below there.
Yeah, the flags that are on the perimeter of Camp Randall are standing straight out as the wind is significant.
And it's with Manitowoc Lutheran, so when he kicks this second period, would be in favor of the team in red and white. On 2nd and 9, Vandewater fights his way past the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up about 3rd down and 7.
That's been a productive play for them as they bring the outside halfback toward the inside and carry out the fake the rest of the way. Hand then toward the inside, heading over center, and carry out the fake going a little bit wider to that off-tackle dive play. Been a pretty effective one so far for the Lutheran Lancers.
2 receivers wide right. Second man, Honke, gets the call. And St. Joseph's doing a fine job stuffing that inside. There's Mills. We've mentioned his number quite a bit this afternoon. Also, Jesse Walton, number 50 on the stop.
That they have. They're reacting well to the run. They're, you can see that their defense is, but they change it up so often. But most of the time, it is geared to stop the inside running game of Manitowoc Lutheran.
And the Lancers going for it again. 4th down from the 35. They need to get to the 28. Lohberger over the middle, and it's complete, and it's going to be touchdown, Lancers.
A very well-executed play and an excellent pattern run that time by Hartman out there. Nice catch. He went up, got that ball, pulled it in. Beautiful reception.
Big Ben Hartman, 6'5", 174-pound senior, hauls it in.
And a lot of credit to Lohberger, who laid that ball out, made it very, very catchable. The defense was closing on it at the point of the reception, and it was, you know, almost anybody's ball. So Hartman went up, pulled it down, did a nice job on that reception for touchdown.
On the 2-point try, Lohberger no good. And the Lancers lead it 14-8, 10:38 left in the second period.
And number 51, Steve Mills. Belts number 38, Curtis Holford. The score, Manitowoc Lutheran 14, St. Joe 8.
For the special sports fan this Christmas, shop 3 Second Sports Apparel, Phase 2 in the Factory Outlet Center, across from Oneida.
Well, seesaw game. Manitowoc Lutheran took it in first. Seth Honke, a 1-yard run, made it 8-0. Eric Kenosha struck back within about a minute on a 53-yard run down that left sideline, tied at 8-8. And now the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers on a 34-yard pass from Lohberger to Hartman. Extra point conversion, no good. And we're at 14-8. 10:38 left in this first half. Ball fielded at the 20-yard line. Coming around the right side, some nifty running by Lance Moon. And Lance Moon with an excellent return to the 45-yard line.
Showed us a little speed there as he made that corner by himself. There was there were defenders in pretty good shape. You'll see the speed just kicked in here on this replay. Right here to the outside. And now kicking the afterburners, beat that man, and Lutheran recovers, makes a stop, but excellent field position.
34-yard kickoff return by Lance Moon. Kenosha with the carry. Jim Kenosha with some big yardage, about a 5-yard pickup. On the stop, Jerry Crolfi, number 20.
We expect to see that running game from St. Joseph's. They've shown us on their first 2 possessions that that's what they intend.
Jim Kenesey, some nifty running inside. First down for Kenosha.
Nice power play there as the fullback led through and made a block in order to help out that halfback, gain the yardage for the first down.
Karolfi again, the safety on the stop. New set of downs now for Kenosha St. Joseph at the Lancer 34. Moon with the carry.
A lot of people up front for the Lutheran Lancers again. This time they too are bringing people up to that line of scrimmage. And again, both teams with good running attacks. You have to be alert to stop it there at the line of scrimmage if at all possible.
Jerry Arnold barks out the signals. Harry Kenesey, a flag flies. We haven't seen any of those today at all until now, right, Bob?
This is the first one. It's the holding area, flag thrown by the umpire, and they frequently are the ones who are going to be in a position to see the holding as the backs and linemen come through the line, trying to make those holes for their back.
Jason Richter talking over with the referee. Penalty be marked from the 32-yard line. So the 10-yard walk-off back to the 42. 9:01 clock stop with the penalty. 14-8 Manitowoc Lutheran leading by 6 in this WISAA Division II state championship game. Back to pass. Arnold being chased from behind and incomplete. And boy, he had big pressure coming from that backside by Scott Neuser, number 84.
Neuser was really breathing down his neck as he got rid of that ball. And the two best shots at catching this, as you'll see, are wearing red and white. Just gets a hand on him. And almost 2 people in red and white had a shot, but hard to hold on to. It was thrown right slightly behind them.
Neuser showed excellent balance there. You could see him kind of stumbling and tripping coming off that initial block, stayed on his feet, and that enabled him to put the pressure on Arnold. On 3rd and long, about 20, they're trying to set up a screen. Wire tackles him back at the 48-yard line. Dave Wire with a big sack.
There was no giving up on that. That pass rush came through, the screen attempt set up. Well, that's exactly what you want, is to see a strong pass rush, but then when he tried to avoid it, there was no getting away. You're going to see the strong rush coming. Corey Rodwald in on it. Everybody pursuing hard and no place to go. The legs are wrapped up and it's over.
So it's almost a 4th and 30 for distance. Ball off to the side a little bit. Taken at the 42, a nice 5-yard return. Nice play by Schrader, alertly picking up a 5-yard gain on the punt return.
And he was not a punt returner. That ball just happened to bounce correctly for him. A very short kick, and it bounced backwards on the punting team, and very alertly picked up. A nice job by the Lancers on that series.
Bob, the lights are on here at Camp Rando. Getting dark early here. It's only 12:30 in the afternoon, game time. Quite overcast this afternoon. Lohberger to Hillman. Hillman slices his way over midfield to the 46. On the stop, Eric Kenesey, number 3.
Oh, Lutheran doing a nice job of asserting themselves right now. Of course, they were helped out when St. Joe's had the ball by that holding call, but they've done a nice job playing defense and now came out with a 5 or 6 yard gain on the first play.
Give again to Hillman, second man through. This time a horde of Lancers from St. Joe's on the stop. Tennessee toll-free. Skuglig getting up. Number 78, Andy Nielsen, gets off from the bottom of that pile.
That's a 3rd and 3. Again, once we're over midfield, 3rd and 3. Yeah, that could be 2 shots.
You bet. Fred Heidrich not shy about going for it on 4th down. Honke, and toll-free. What a play by number 38 as he came from that nose guard spot behind the block and made the tackle.
Their defensive line is really slanting hard. They are slanting hard into that hole. Okay. Watch number 77 there shed his block, and coming down. You have to, that was good defense. Excellent defense that time. And the St. Joseph's team doing a good job of protecting against that dive play, that quick dive. I didn't see anything that time, Dan. I don't know what this call is going to be. There was some movement, apparently, from the Manitowoc Lutheran team.
They'll bring up 4th and 8. Ball just on this side of the 50 at the 49 as Lohberger goes back to punt. Back Jim Kenesey, number 2, standing at his own 21-yard line. Good punt. Hits at the 15. It could go out of bounds. And it does. And let's see where they're going to mark it. Looks like about the 2. And they give it the spot at the 1-yard line.
An excellent kick by Lohberger that time. He had the wind with him, and we could see there was going to be a long punt. Then I was afraid it might make the end zone. But instead, it takes that funny hop that the football is known to do and jumps out at the 1.
50-yard plus punt. And there's 5:39 on the clock. Manitowoc Lutheran leads it 14-8 over Kenosha St. Joseph in this championship Division II WISAA final here from Camp Rando.
Well, you can't ask for a much nicer punt than that. To be down on the 1-yard line, excellent job by the punting team.
And now Kenosha St. Joseph has to be concerned about its safety. They want to get this ball out of here, get a little breathing room. And they do. Kenesey breaks the tackle. Another tackle. Finally ridden out by Vandewater. And he could be very close to that 1st down marker over there.
We're going to see a nice job of running here by Kenesey. The handoff, power play with the lead back hitting in there. Here's a good hit, but you've got to wrap those arms and make sure you hold on. This guy does not go down easily. He keeps those legs moving, runs through the tackles.
1st down, 10-yard pickup for Kenesey. Comes up the middle. Flag flies as Vandewater hits him, knocks him back. Also on the stop, Randy Lepich for Lutheran.
Well, this is going to hurt the Kenosha team. We have another hold on this one. The referee's given the preliminary signal. A hold against the Lancers from Kenosha.
Now the choice would be half the distance from the 11 would take it to the 5, or you could decline it and take 2nd and 10, Bob, because there was no gain on the play.
That's right, kind of a tough call down there. They're going to take the yardage. Yeah, that one, well, you know, it's hard to make a decision on a call like this until after the whole thing's over. If they end up with a 4th and 2 or something, it's an excellent decision. And if they do get a 1st down out of here anyhow, well.
It's one of those, do you give them 2 downs for 10 or 3 for 15? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess, right?
Exactly.
Harry Kenesey, Jim Kenesey, the deep back, he gets the carry. Fights his way to about the line of scrimmage there, about the 6.
Very good swarming defense that time by the Lancers. They had about 6 people with hands on him. As they try that up the middle run, the Manitowoc Lancers sniff out the play and stuff it in at the point of attack.
Cordy and Richter getting up from the bottom of the pile for the Lancers. Chad Cordy, number 54. Jason Richter, 33. Kenosha St. Joe's needs to get to the 21. Lance Moon, and he's stuffed right at the 5-yard line. Pushback Noiser, number 84. Again, Cordy really did the job right up front. So Cordy on 2 successive plays here, stopping the ball carriers.
And we're seeing some good movement from that Manitowoc Lutheran defensive line. Just as we did earlier, saw some excellent movement from St. Joe's defensive line and slanting and filling the holes. Lutheran has done it on these 2 holes, these 2 previous plays.
Will Kenosha St. Joseph risk throwing the ball deep in their own end here on 3rd down and 15?
Well, they're splitting a receiver wide to their offensive right and a slot back too.
And they go with the run, and Tollfree's hit down at the 8-yard line. Richter, number 33, on the stop, so they'll punt the ball with 3:33 left to go in the half.
Well, that punt is going to be deep in on their own end and into this brisk breeze that we're experiencing here.
Chris Schwartz and Honke go back deep. Vandewater, kind of an up man at the 20. Good punt, big punt. It hits at the 48. Retreating Honke still comes back. So 2 big punts, 1 for each team, and that really gets them out of the hole.
Excellent, excellent kick into that breeze. Had a nice tight spiral on it with the kick. Drove the Lutheran Lancers well back. It was a super kick into that breeze.
You bet, a big one. And just when Kenosha St. Joseph, at a time when they needed it here, trailing by 6. That would have been an opportunity for the Lancers, as you said, Bob, into that win. Short putt, they could have had the ball at the 35, 40-yard line even.
Oh, yes, that was a very possible kind of field position. But here, way back on their own end of the field at about the 45.
Manitowoc Lutheran, 55 yards away from pay dirt. And Loberg is going to go to the air, but not this time, as he's stuffed. The first man to hit him, number 77, Bob Camosi, and then Nielsen, big number 78, in on the stop.
Boberger had a pretty good amount of time back there, as they say, something of a coverage sack, I think, that time as he waited. He had a few moments to shuffle his feet there and to look things over, but there just wasn't much place to deliver the ball, and the defense finally penetrated.
Loss makes it 2nd and 16 as they pitch to Hillman. And well played that time. Give a lot of credit to Jason Kenesey as he played off Vandewater's block and made the tackle.
Absolutely right on that one, Dan. He did a super job. Keep the man off you, keep your hands out so that the blocker cannot get to your body, and then at the appropriate moment slide off and make the tackle. Excellent defense.
And Loberger is going to go to the air on 3rd down. A lot of heat, steps up and throws. Steve Honke, just over his outstretched fingertips at the 25. That would have been a sensational play.
With all the things that were happening down there and Loberger having to avoid that rush, I think maybe the receivers kind of were looking back and wondering what was going to be happening here. Loberger does a nice job of avoiding this. Big, strong sophomore. Just over, as you could see at the end there, just over the outstretched hands. Both defenses really rising to the occasion now on these last 2 possessions.
And there's still 1:32 left. Good rush on Loberger. Punt fielded, but they said a fair catch was called for at the 30. So a minute 24 left for Kenosha St. Joseph.
Choosing the right paint shouldn't be like flipping a coin. One Paint is preferred by leading architects and interior designers. One Paint has the most unique colors, superior coverage, and a finish that lasts. Make the right choice. Choose Pratt & Lambert paints. The quality advantage in architectural finishes since 1849.
Popal Linoleum and Paint, 2800 Roosevelt Road, Kenosha.
Here we get a chance to look at it. You see the quarterback looking into the inside. The break is toward the center of the field. A nice grab, and then good D to Phil. 6'1", 170 pounds for Skuglik out there. A nice grab, a nice run after.
1:11 left on the clock with this timeout. Don't forget, high school basketball starts on Jones Intercable Channel 20. Coming up Friday night. The Two Rivers Raiders against the Manitowoc Lincoln Ships. Dale Bachler will be joining me live from JFK in Manitowoc. And Bob, I stopped up there the other day and saw the new scoreboard there. First National Bank sponsoring that scoreboard, and it's a beauty.
And that ball game ought to be a beauty, too. Two of the perennial tough teams in the Lakeshore with Two Rivers and Manitowoc. Manitowoc-Lincoln should be a beauty.
Joining us for that one, of course, sports quiz at halftime of that game. Arnold back to throw. He's got Skuglik running a post pattern, and he throws it away. Now a flag goes down.
You're going to see a call here for intentional grounding. Yeah, there it is. He was on his way down. He threw it to no one at all, and it's a heady move by the quarterback to try to unload that thing. But of course, this will mean a 5-yard penalty and loss of down. So it's going to hurt a little bit.
It's Skuglik running that deep post pattern. That's what he was going to look to down the middle.
Oh, Rodwald with a good effort made the hit, and as you can see, unless one of those fellows standing on the sideline can catch it, was going to be an incompletion, obviously.
Looked like it was going to head coach Bob Freund. Bob, he's not eligible though, I guess.
I don't think he's eligible. He's got to wear a different number.
So second down and about 28, 29 yards to go. Arnold throws out here to Eric Kenosha, catches it at the 23, and not much going there. Stays inbounds, clock running at 53-52.
Again, some determined running, not giving up at all. The good efforts shown by people on both of these squads has had nobody as being an easy target out there or being easy to tackle.
So on third down, now if they might just run the ball here and try to run out the half.
Under 20 seconds at this point.
And Kenosha gets out to the left side. Good speed as he gets out to about the 43-yard line. Run out of bounds by Schwartz over there. 9 seconds on the clock. Jim Kenosha with some good yardage.
Yeah, Lutheran playing a little bit off the ball, of course, trying to stop the big play. This time, almost a break of a big play. Play comes inside, nice hole for him to get through there, but then he does some nice, some nifty running on his own. And out of bounds, 9 seconds left in the first half.
23-yard pickup. Fourth down and 13. Arnold looks for the deep fly pattern. All alone, he has Kenosha out here at the 28. And there's 2 seconds on the clock. They could send the field goal team in, Bob.
I don't think that I think they'll try the one more shot because, well, I don't know. It's hard to call, but watching the...
Be a 37-yarder. Let's take a look here.
Here we get a look at that one. Nicely thrown ball dropped right in over the shoulder of the number 3 Kenosha.
Timeout called by Kenosha St. Joseph's. For Manitowoc Lutheran, they were fortunate on that play, Bob, that he didn't catch it in stride running down that right side, because you could see that the coverage, he was wide open, but he had to go a little bit to the sideline to catch the ball, and that enabled the Lancers from Manitowoc Lutheran to come over and knock him out at the 20.
Give him that little bit of a nudge that he needed in order to get out of bounds. Well, there's only time for one more play. This, if they were to attempt a field goal, it would be into that fairly stiff breeze that we have, and it's a 37-yarder, which
Right,
is
into the wind. That'd be pretty tough, as you said here. They might just be talking about one play into the end zone here.
And Lutheran, of course, playing a little bit softer kind of defense. By that, we do not mean that they're not trying. It's just a prevent kind of defense where you want to stop the long play. But much to their credit, Kenosha St. Joseph's has on 2 occasions here really responded and come up with a lot of yardage on this drive to end the second half, or first half, excuse
Just
me.
moments ago, they were faced with the 3rd down and 28. They came back, and now they have one play here before the last play of the half. Arnold still on his feet, and he's down, and that'll be the end of the first half. As Arnold takes it down to the 14-yard line. Our score, Manitowoc Lutheran 14, Kenosha St. Joseph 8. And we'll be back with the second half kickoff after this.
The 1950s brought along the birth of rock and roll, and Lamakia Travel was there. Like the 60s came with the hippie movement, and like Lamakia Travel was there. And with the 70s came a thing called disco, the Bee Gees, and Lamakia Travel was there. The 80s was the birth of music videos. Lamakia Travel was there. The 90s brought along the information superhighway, and Lamakia Travel's there along for the ride. Let Lamakia Travel take you into the next century and beyond. Lamakia Travel, the tradition continues.
Welcome back to Camp Randall. Halftime score 14-8. Lancers will be kicking it off. Bob, show me what about some halftime stats?
Well, the Manitowoc Lancers have done a good job with the lead in this game. They are leading also on the first down stats, 7-5, and we total yards with that first half ending drive by Kenosha. They take the lead in total yards, 119 to 151.
Kick goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback brought out to the 20.
That was a boomer of a kick that time. With that breeze blowing, it really helped it out, and very, very deep. We see in that first half, yards rushing. The Kenosha team ends up with a few more yards on the rushing end, 105 to 67 for Manitowoc Lancers. The difference, of course, that big 53-yard run. But in the passing, we have Manitowoc at 3 out of 4 passing, 52 yards. Nice day throwing the ball.
Eric Kenosha on the crossbuck play, and he takes it out past the 25 to the 27.
Good job of running as he was hit 2 and 3 times in there and managed to keep those legs pumping. Here you see the first throw, runs into the back of his own man, but then runs through the hand tackles of 2 people, keeps the legs moving. Nice gain on first down.
Steve Mills will feel that one tomorrow in his lower back. And Jim Kenosha on the quick hitter. And Hockey kind of bulldogs him down at the 39-yard line. First down is Kenosha St. Joseph trailing by 6. Come out fired up for the second half.
You're going to see a nice hole here as the defense just over pursues and rushes on that one, gets good penetration, but it also produces the gap. And the back is through and makes a nice gainer.
First and 10 from their own 38-yard line. And a short 1-yard pickup on the play. Good deed. Chad Cordy on the stop for Kenosha. Also getting up at Vandewater.
Good reaction that time by Manitowoc defense. Very similar play run at the before for a big gain. This time they step up. We have an official timeout, little equipment problem. Already repaired.
And out to the 44-yard line, Moon. And on the stop, Schwartz, number 19, also Richter, number 33.
And you see the trap move there, 78. You saw coming down the line. He was pulling for the trap. They sealed it off and made a decent hole as the Kenosha team picks up about, what, 6 on that play?
All right, brings up 3rd down and about 3. Eric Tennessee gets the call, steps back inside, 1st down, crossing the midfield stripe out to the 47-yard line. And a new set of downs for Kenosha St. Joseph as they've come out here and at least initially controlled this line of scrimmage.
See a nice job of following the blocks. See there, the move toward the inside. Nice block by 51, leading that sweep type action. We have a player down, hopefully nothing serious.
So with an injury timeout on the field, we're going to take a break. 9:55 left in the 3rd. Manitowoc Lutheran 14s, Kenosha St. Joseph 8.
When you need treatment for an injury or following surgery, make your choice the Sports Physical Therapy Center. You do have a choice, and a simple phone call to our hotline at 657-7071 will ensure that you're seen within 24 hours. We're the largest independent center in Wisconsin and feature state-of-the-art equipment. Our nationally recognized clinicians will work with you and your physician to get results. The Sports Physical Therapy Center accommodates most insurance programs and is Medicare certified with convenient locations in Kenosha and Paddock Lake. The greatest cause of energy loss in a home can be through poorly designed or deteriorating windows. Airtight Vinyl Pro replacement windows are available in all popular styles. Each window is custom measured and manufactured to fit tightly in existing window openings. User-friendly features make for easy operation and cleaning. Don't throw your hard-earned money out the window any longer. Call Lee today for a free estimate on Vinyl Pro replacement windows for your home. Lee's Northside Glass, 551-7563.
Come on out to the Thompson Recreation Center and have a ball. That's right, you're invited to join the fun. Bring the family and experience everything Thompson's has to offer. Bowling is easy and fun entertainment that everyone can enjoy. Plus, there's special events, prizes, bumper bowling, arcade games, and league bowl. While you're here, don't forget about our fabulous food at the Strike Zone Grill. Chicken, burgers, fish, everything a hungry bowler is looking for. Gutarmson's Bowling and Recreation Center. We're easy to find south of Route 158 on Green Bay Road.
Arnold hands off to Moon. Left side, Moon's going to take it all the way. He's long gone. And Lance Moon. Well, wait now. Let's see if they say he released that ball. That's going to be a touchback, I believe. Wow, let's see. Boy, I hope we can get another shot of this, Bob. I spoke too early. They said that he lost the football before he crossed the goal line.
An excellent. Okay, here we're going to get a chance. You're going to see a good effort by Manitowoc Lutheran. The last defender who has any shot comes in, knocks the ball loose. The ball is loose, goes out of the end zone. That's a touchback. Oh, what a break for the Lutheran Lancers.
And so Manitowoc Lutheran will go 1st and 10 from the 20 as the ball is ruled that it's fumbled on the 1-yard line. Goes into the end zone and out. A recovery would have been a touchdown, but it went over that end line.
Beautiful play by the replay crew on that one to let us get a good look at that. It was hard to tell in the live action, but an excellent situation on the instant replay.
Well, I'm sure that's going to go down when you talk about key plays in this game. One of the strangest plays probably in WISAA state championship history, Bob, to have that fumble on an apparent touchdown, and it goes as a touchback.
A very big play. One of those things that happens from time to time, but you know what? It would have been easy to give up and not try to make that hit. Excellent job as we had Chris Schwartz come through and force that fumble.
Lohberger hands off right side. Gee, I wonder if it's possible later on to see that one again sometime, Bob. We'll have to check that out.
It was a play where one thing that coaches always try to instill in their players is make sure you hold on to that ball all the way through the end of your run. And maybe just a little premature celebration there as he neared the goal line.
Fred Heinrich watching intently as it's a 3rd and 2. Lohberger to Hillman right up the middle. Hillman 1st down and then some. And Hillman out to the 40-yard line.
Very nice counter move with the hard charging Kenosha St. Joe's defense. They went for the first fake, came back to Hillman on this one. You'll watch the fake, Lohberger going that way and then turning quickly and handing back. The defensive line on a 3rd and 2 had committed, and Hillman with an excellent run after clearing the defensive line and linebacker positions. Nice job by Manitowoc Lutheran on that play.
Eric Hennessy with that final stop at the 40. So the Lancers get out of their own end. They started this drive on the 20. Short gain of about a yard for Vandewater. Well, a strange play as Lance Moon took it down the left sideline, going all the way, and the ball knocked out of his hands. That had to be actually maybe even inside the 1, Bob. It was just before he crossed the goal line.
Very close.
Lohberger is going to go to the air, and he has a man out here at the 50, and turning Ben Hartman down to the 44-yard line. On the tackle, number 50, Jesse Walton.
Very nice pattern that time as Hartman's wide open out there. Nobody very close at all. You'll see Lohberger laying the ball out very nicely here. There's the play action. And then a beautiful toss. Look at that, right in there. Nice catchable ball. Hartman with a nice spin move for the big guy.
It was Jerry Arnold, number 4, that he put that move on. And Hillman slashing off right side. Nielsen hits him at the 40.
You know, just a quick stat from that first half. Jim Kenesey, of course, with only 2 rushes in that first half with 54 yards, one of them being that 53-yard touchdown. He's got an impressive-looking stat on the stat sheet here at 27 yards per carry, but they've gotten the ball to him only twice.
Hillman, tough one. During halftime in the hospitality room up here, Bob, we had a little food and ran into Brad Prickett as well as Bob Hobowitz, and we saw Steve Sanders earlier. They're going to be officiating the Division I game, Bob.
The next one coming up this afternoon, the officials will be a bunch of those Manitowoc folks.
Lohberger pitches back to Honke, and nice tackle by Jim Kenesey.
A nice defensive couple of plays here by Kenosha St. Joseph's. They really did stretch this one out. You'll see Lohberger with the fake here. Now he's going to take it wide on an option type play. He does a nice job of getting rid of the ball before he's tackled, but then excellent coverage on the pitch man. There was just no place to go. Good defense.
Lohberger back to punt on 4th and 7. He's at his own 46. Low snap, gets it, turns around. He throws a pass, it's underthrown. And the snap that got away fouled up that play.
That's right, and I don't think he had a chance to set himself after hustling around to retrieve that ball. Here we get a look at it. The ball bounces. Good job of finally tracking it down, but the ball, as you can see here, is well underthrown as he, with somebody in his face, didn't get a good chance to set those feet and get a little more power into the ball. I believe that was another fake punt, though. It looked like it was the receiver had turned and was looking for the ball.
Kenosha St. Joseph trailing by 6. Good field position. Start from their own 40. Jim Kenesey, and he's hit by 3-4 guys. Lepich, number 67.
Excellent swarming defense again that time. Everybody going to the ball and not giving up on it. Good group tackle there by the Lutheran Lancers.
Lepich tackle for a 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11. Arnold goes deep to Skuglick. and catches the football. Outstanding catch at the 30, and he falls down to the 28-yard line.
That's exactly right. That was extremely good concentration on that ball by Skuglik on that one. Ball laid out nicely here. Quarterback with a good drop, gets rid of the ball quickly. Now you'll see a Lutheran Lancer in the picture with a good chance to get to the ball, but Skuglik goes right over the top and pulls it in. Very excellent catch.
Not much that Seth Honke could do on that play. Perfectly thrown, good coverage by Lutheran. Big pass play. Kenosha comes around that right side. Down to the 22-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Gives you a lot of options now, Bob, when you're at the 22. 2nd and 4 coming up.
And here you see Kenosha on the sweep type action again. You see that tackle, number 78 out front, trying to get a block in there, a trap type of block. Kenosha goes over the top and makes some yardage.
Lance Moon left, Kenosha right. Kenosha gets the call. And Kenosha first down to the 15-yard line. Ed Vandewater on the stop, along with number 33, Jason Richter.
Well, there they moved the sticks again. St. Joe's coming out in the second half and showing us some good offensive prowess here.
3:38 left in the third period. A touchdown here will tie the game 14-14. Any kind of extra point, kick, or two-point conversion would take the lead for Kenosha St. Joseph. And Moon on the quick hitter, and Moon still on his feet, drives and touchdown. Lance Moon would not be denied on that play.
An excellent run, and you got to feel kind of good for that young man after his very bad fortune before with losing the ball down at the 1-yard line. This time he wants to make amends for it and takes the ball in for the touchdown and a tie score in this state championship game.
That came at the 3:19 mark of this third period. Adam Inklin in for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. And it's 15-14. Let's take a look at the replay.
Occasionally, Subway will bring a group of sandwich artists here to China to show them something they won't see at Subway, a great big wall. That's because we're proud to create our sandwiches in the open, fresh before your eyes, so you can choose from a garden of fixins, thrill at the sight of baking bread, and watch the fine art of sandwich making, which leads to the best part of the Subway experience, lunch.
See your sandwich being made at Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
Now on to the Sahara to talk about oven temperature.
First time this afternoon, Kenosha St. Joseph now with the lead by 1, 15-14.
And with 3:19 left in this third quarter, this is the time that Manitowoc Lutheran has the breeze at their back.
So Seth Honke back. There's Schwartz over there in the right corner. And they kick it down here, line drive left side, picked up at the 32. And the Lancers will go from their 35. As Schrank fielded that football and got about 3 or 4 yards. Well, the Lancers led 8-0, then Kenosha St. Joseph tied it up 8-8. Back to Manitowoc Lutheran 14-8. And now a touchdown with the extra point kick. And we're at 15-14. Kenosha St. Joseph with the lead. Vandewater, big hole, and Vandewater crashes his way out to the 50-yard line. The ball is down at that point. First down. We have an injured player back at the 36. Now he bounces back up.
Nice job running the ball that time. A real quick Ed Vandewater coming through here. And there you see the quick hold. There's that patented dive play that's been so successful for Manitowoc Lutheran this year. A nice quick hitter. Doesn't give the defense much time to react. They have to make their read and their reaction to the play instantaneously. Threw it for a first down.
Seth Honke gets to give. Toll free on the stop along with Eric Kenosha. Pickup of a couple, maybe just one.
Credit that defensive right side with stuff in the hole where Honke would like to have taken the ball. Had to take it a step inside. Nice little move on his part to pick up a yard on that one.
Fred Hyder, you see him across the way, that purple sweater on and red cap. Lohberger back to throw, and he's going to be sacked back at the 45. Markowski there, number 82. Also Nielsen, 78.
Has swarmed under on the short drop that time. You see Lohberger on the play action, does not take a deep drop because they're going to unload the ball, but a lot of people showing up at the quarterback there for the sack.
Ryan Markowski, number 82, first to get there on Lohberger. Brings up third down. 14. Lohberger looking for a little screen, sets it up to Hillman. But guess what? Steve Mills, not fooled. The linebacker stayed home in the middle and made the stop.
Very good defensive play by Mills that time. He read that screen, of course, as everybody is released, and the quarterback just keeps backpedaling on a screen. He read that was going on, stepped up very alertly, and was right in the face of the receiver as soon as the ball was caught.
4th and 11. Lohberger back to punt. Skuglik and Kenosha back at their 20. 50 seconds left in his third period. Nice high kick. Taken at the 20 by Skuglik. Good return out to the 26-yard line.
A nice kick with the win that time. Puts the Kenosha team down at about the 26-yard line, perhaps just beyond it. Well, the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers have not been able to stop St. Joseph on their last two possessions. One of them, of course, that touchback, and then the next one went down for a touchdown. This time, we're going to have to see the Lancers react defensively.
Kenosha swarmed by some red and white Lancers. Vandewater first to get there. Richter as well. That may be the last play of this third period as the clock's winding down with under 10 seconds. You're watching WISAA Division II State Championship Final on Jones Intercable. That's the end of 3. Kenosha St. Joseph leads Manitowoc Lutheran by 1.
We're the dealer that says I do. Nudie Suzuki Isuzu.
Visit Nudie Suzuki Isuzu for great volume discounts on 4x4s. Say I do to a 1994 Isuzu Trooper, starting as low as $18,395. Or how about an Isuzu Rodeo for as low as $14,995? Nudie Suzuki Isuzu, Highway 50 in Kenosha.
And one of the many fans here this afternoon bundled up a little bit because of that flag blowing. Wind chill a little bit lower, and of course, being an overcast day, Bob, no sunshine to warm up the fans.
That's true. The temperature not just too bad for an almost mid-November day. The temperature is very acceptable. The breeze making it feel a little cool.
Kind of one of those damp, dreary, windy November afternoons in Wisconsin. We're 12 minutes away from crowning a Division II state champion. 15-14, Kenosha St. Joseph leading Manitowoc Lutheran. As we said, these two schools, 7-4 on the year. Quite a story coming out of the number 4 seed spots in their respective divisions. Kenosha St. Joseph knocking off La Crosse Aquinas 29-26 in their quarterfinal, and then beating University School 48-14. The Lancers getting here by beating Appleton Xavier by 1, 15-14. Then Roncalli 34-26. Kenosha right side. Vandewater on the stop.
Nice defensive read this time, too, by Manitowoc Lutheran. They weren't fooled. They were playing that one all the way to the sideline, stretching the play, as they say, until one of those defenders comes through and makes that stop. Very little gain. Good defensive strategy.
Jason Kenosha, number 5, checks in with this next play. Big third down play is the Lancers from St. Joseph would like to retain possession. Temporary officials timeout.
Little equipment repair down there, and they'll be ready to roll.
Arnold sets up the screen left. Trying to get outside, and ball is fumbled forward, and that might be fumbled for the first down. Let's see where they get the spot. It appears it will be.
I believe it is, yes. That was a well-run screen that time.
Now I see a penalty flag back at the 32.
And here you see the screen pass being dumped out there. You see just on the corner of your screen the people coming out front for the blocks. Nice job of looking things over on those blocks. Good. A flag was well placed. You could see on the replay we had a very definite block in the back.
Head coach Fred Heydrich out to take a look. I believe that is Jerry Carolfi, number 20, that's down. So with an injury timeout in the field, 11:01 left in the game, 15-14. We'll be back after this.
If it's hunting, fishing, or archery equipment you're looking for, the Outdoorsman has it. Being the largest toy dealer in Illinois gives us the edge. Plus, we stock a full line of archery accessories. Stop into the Outdoorsman and see what's right for you. In our firearms department, we have ammunition and supplies by Winchester. Rich and Paul even offer professional hunter safety instruction. And there's fishing. Rods, reels, lures, everything you need for a trophy catch. The Outdoorsman on Sheridan Road, 1 mile south of the Wisconsin state line.
Hey, one of the youngest fans here this afternoon, enjoying this one.
And really enjoying that pacifier, too, it appears.
Well, being a Kenosha St. Joseph fan, leading by 1, feels more relaxed. But a long way to go, 11 minutes, 3rd down and 18 after that 15-yard walk-off. Arnold back to pass. It's complete to the 31. That's going to be shy of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 5. So Arnold trots off as they'll punt, but they do pick up some valuable yardage. So on the exchange, hey, look at this, Bob.
We were just telling you, it's not exactly warm out here, but of course, you know, the spirit of the game and of the day can encourage you to be a little warmer.
Especially when your brain is under 21 years old, right? High punt fielded at the 38. And out to the 45, Seth Honke. Lancers have 10:17 left on the clock. Manitowoc Lutheran to try to retake the lead again.
Some very nice field position here, 55 yards away from that end zone. We'll have to see what Lutheran can put together as their offensive effort here in this 4th quarter.
Lohberger has been successful in a couple nice long pass plays to Hartman this afternoon. Hillman and Markowski hits him in the backfield for a loss.
There was a play, hand to the second man, fake to the halfback on the dive play, as you will see right here. The fake, then Hillman, the fullback, goes wide. Nice job defensively. Number 82 for Kenosha St. Joseph's does a nice job of containing that play, and a good tackle one-on-one.
Lohberger looks. Nice touch out here, crossing the 50 to the 47, Richter. Lohberger, as you mentioned, Bob, from the beginning of this season up to this point, what strides this young quarterback has made for the Lancers.
Yeah, absolutely right. And here you get a chance to see that nice touch that Lohberger is putting on the ball. See how that ball just settles right into the hands? It may have wobbled just a little bit in that breeze out there, but the touch is there. He's really come together and matured as a quarterback.
You're not judged in the spiral, just if it gets to the receiver's hands, right, Bob? Hillman spins his way to the 45, and that's right where that marker is. And that's going to be first down Lutheran as the nose of the ball is over the 35. .8:53 on the clock. You have a feeling for Manitowoc Lutheran that this drive might be it. Plenty of time left, but the momentum right now, Kenosha St. Joseph having a good second half. Now Manitowoc Lutheran coming back right now. Hillman on the pitch and gets around the corner. Andy Hillman. Nice play as Jesse Walton had a shot at him, number 50 at the 47-yard line. Put a good move on him.
Very nice, determined run. He ran right through a tackle. Here you're going to see Manitowoc Lutheran on this snap and the quick pitch out there to Hillman, and he turns it on. He just says, hey, we're going all the way to this corner, plays off that, puts a shoulder down, and then plays off that attempted tackle. Nice job by Andy.
You can see across the way, just second and a couple left. Lohberger looks deep down the middle, and it's complete. Hartman. And Hartman touchdown as the ball's deflected, and Hartman catches it.
Excellent concentration by Hartman. This is what you want in a receiver. He really did a super job of concentrating on that, and the fans across the way are celebrating. There you see that ball thrown by the scoreboard.
Gee, that was the instant replay, I guess, Bob. And Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers now at the 8:18 mark. What a ball game. Have retaken the lead once again.
That play, of course, illustrates the importance. The defender did get a hand on that ball, but the importance of either catch it or make sure you get the tackle.
Lohberger goes for the 2 with the flip and incomplete as Eric Kenosha deflects it. 20-15, a 5-point ball game.
Score Manitowoc Lutheran 20, St. Joseph 15.
Your car, it's worth a lot to you, no matter what kind it is, so treat it that way. Take it to Kenosha's finest full-service, totally touchless car wash, Scrub & Suds. Scrub & Suds uses only the best blue coral waxes and mildest soaps, specially formulated to be safe for the environment and your car's finish. At Scrub & Suds, our goal is 100% customer satisfaction. Come in today and find out what an outstanding car wash is really like. Scrub & Suds, Kenosha's finest full-service, totally touchless car wash. Highway 50 under the water tower.
Look at that contingent. I think I heard right. It was something like 500 tickets or so sold for this game. Big contingent down from Manitowoc, and they lead by 5. Fielded at the 15 by Eric Kenosha. Good special teams work by Manitowoc Lutheran. Stops them at the 25.
One of the characteristics I've really liked about this Lutheran team this year is they all go to the ball. They don't quit. They don't say, well, my buddy over there, he's going to make this tackle, and I'll ease up. You frequently see many of those Manitowoc Lutheran white shirts today, their white shirts, being attracted to that ball. It's sort of like a magnet, and they go to it, and they keep going until that whistle blows.
Arnold all the way at quarterback. Gives it to Eric Kenosha. Honke, first one to me in. The Karopi tries to strip the ball away. Not much of a gain there.
We were talking during halftime about the success that St. Joe's had throwing the ball, and near the end of the first half, they do have the wind at their back now, and we may see them try to air that thing out just a bit more.
Eric Kenosha, and he's grabbed by the ankle right at the 28-yard line. Grabbing on was Lepich.
The reverse pivot by the quarterback, that means turning away from the way he's actually going to hand off the ball. So the initial read by the defense is to look toward the direction that the quarterback has turned, but then he quickly spins and hands the ball off going in the other direction. Not exactly a counter play, but giving them just a little bit of a look of going the other way.
Saw that Manitowoc Lutheran drive, 5 plays, 55 yards in a minute 59, a 37-yard TD pass. Right now it's put the Lutheran Lancers on top, a big 3rd and 7 play. Harry Kenosha breaks through, and it appears he has enough for that first down.
Yeah, he has it by about 1 yard.
So a big 3rd down play. Would have been risky, I think, from their own end, going for a 4th down play, 6 minutes. They probably would have punted the ball there, Bob, but they've retained possession.
Nicely done, and like you said, an important one. Giving the ball up here, while there's still enough time, perhaps, if it should come to that, is something they really don't want to do. They would like to keep possession of this thing and march it.
John Lowen checks in with this play. Arnold to Eric Kenosha. Honke and Vandewater on the stop at the 39.
And another thing about this Manitowoc Lutheran team, of course, as we've seen them during the regular season, they are not a team to quit or to relax at all. They've come up with some last-minute wins, of course, in the quarterfinal game against Xavier. They had to score as time was running out. They did that. They've been a determined team all year long.
On 2nd down, Eric Kenosha following the block of Mills. And Kenosha 35, 30, 25. Fumbles the ball out at about the 23-yard line. About a 38-yard pickup for Eric Kenosha. And of course, earlier today, he had that big 53-yard touchdown run down the same left sideline.
Okay, here you see the play as he breaks loose and is all alone, untouched on the long run. Note the good swing at the ball by Chris Schwartz as he comes through on the tackle and knocks it loose. Unfortunately for the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers, it did go out of bounds, and St. Joe's retains possession.
A touchdown by Kenosha St. Joseph would give them a 21-20 lead. They would not need any extra points. Moon crosses the 20 to the 19. Well, both of these coaches can be proud of these ball clubs, Bob Freund and Fred Heydrich. What a season for both of these clubs to make it here to the state championship final game.
And a most entertaining game here this afternoon. We've seen offense, we've seen defense. These teams have been showing us what they can do.
No blowout here this afternoon. This one's going to go down to the wire. Jim Kenosha cracks his way to the 16. Ed Vandewater on the stop.
With a 3rd and 3 here, of course, very much in 4-down territory.
Timeout called by the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers, 4:28. Well, 27. They took one more second off after the timeout. 20-15. There's your score.
Highway C Outdoor Power Equipment Center can get you ready for another Wisconsin winter. We carry John Deere and Simplicity snowblowers. At Highway C Outdoor Power Equipment Center, Bernie makes sure that your satisfaction is guaranteed.
We will go over the equipment and demonstrate it before you buy it.
Highway C has an experienced service and parts department with pickup and delivery. We also carry steel chainsaws and the complete line of Weber gas grills. That's Highway C Outdoor Power Equipment Center, 1 mile west of I-94 on Highway C.
Glad you could join us today on Jones Intercable. 20-15, Manitowoc Lutheran leads Kenosha St. Joseph's by 5. 4:29 left in the ball game. The winner goes home with the WISAA Division II State Championship trophy. First time for both of these ball clubs here at Camp Randall in Madison. Handoff to Kenosha, spins, still on his feet. Determined runner down to the 12. Cordy on the tackle.
That was a very good effort by the running back, as he was not going to be denied. We're very close to that first down. I think he has it. Yes, the referee signals first down, Kenosha.
And their fans are getting into this. Jim Kenosha, number 2, we had mentioned, 1,217 yards this season, a 6.4 average, 10 TDs. Look for number 2, maybe to get the ball a couple more times. This time the keeper by Arnold. Honky, Vandewater, and other Lancers wire in there. Cordy as well. At the 10, a pickup of about 2. Fred Heydrich and the coaching staff. Not much they can do right now, Bob. Just look on and
just encourage that defense. A good aggressive front group for the Lancers. They really do attack. They get into that 4-point stance and really tee off.
Kenosha St. Joseph can get another first down at the 2. Eric Kenosha fights his way down to about the 6.5. Spotted at the 7. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. They need to get to the 2. He's next to, well, we don't know if there'll be 2 plays. You could have a TD on this play, Bob, but boy, that would be an interesting 4th down play coming up here if they got the 2 or 3 yards on this one. 2:56 clock running. Gives to Eric Kenosha, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage, wiring on their stop right at the 5, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
This will be an interesting one. One thing I've been noticing during the day, and our viewers may have picked up on it, that out of that full house backfield for Kenosha, the back that's going to get the ball cheats back just a little bit and is about a foot or 2 feet deeper than the other backs, and almost every time he's ended up getting the ball on the play.
Bob, they've gone inside these last couple downs. You think they could go wide?
Very possible to cross things up, but of course the shortest distance between 2 points is that straight line, straight ahead.
Wide sides to their right.
Over here this time.
They pitch left. Boone fumbles the snap, and the Lancers fall on the football at the 20. They went with the pitch play, and I think that was Schrader recovering the football for the Lancers. And a stunned Kenosha St. Joseph team down there can't believe it.
Well, I'm sure there's a call that they'll wonder about, but hey, it's a play I'm sure they've run very successfully many times this year. This time, this back on this side, a little deeper. He's the one who ends up getting the ball. Takes his eye off it. I think I saw him turn his head, and boy, you've got to concentrate and look that ball all the way in. You want to see what's happening upfield, but you've got to look that ball all the way into your hands and tuck it away.
And there you see Andy Schrader, number 32, recovering at the 19. Now the Lancers from Manitowoc have 1:45 to try to run out this clock. Honky in there.
I'm sure you're going to see Kenosha use up their timeouts here. They have got to save all the clock that they can. There's no tomorrow, as they say, on this one. So they're going to have to stop the clock every time.
And they do there. 1:30 left in the game. Manitowoc Lutheran leads by 5.
Luxurious soft carpeting, durable hardwood floors, sparkling and versatile Mannington vinyl flooring. No matter how you walk on it, it all adds up to fashions in flooring. Imagine having the beautiful shine of a Mannington floor in your home. Residential, commercial, or marine, the experts at Fashions and Flooring will help choose the best flooring for you. And because we install our products, we lifetime guarantee them. Zero money down, easy financing available. Stop by the Fashions and Flooring showroom and see all the Mannington and other fine products.
There you see it, 1:30 left, 90 seconds away for the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers to win their first ever WISAA state championship in football.
And there you saw Coach Fred Heydrich leave the huddle. A first down here would definitely wrap up this game. So Kenosha's going to have to take those defensive chances. They've got to stop Manitowoc Lutheran right here if they want any chance of winning this game.
Hillman fumbles the football.
Fumble on the play.
And the Lancers signal that they have the football. Manitowoc Lutheran recovers.
A very big play. And timeout called again by Kenosha St. Joseph's. A very big play. If St. Joseph's recover that fumble, they have 1 minute and 21 seconds on the clock. They're going to be out of timeouts here, Dan, but we know that they can. We've seen them throw the ball. We know they can do it. And, of course, you don't need a whole lot of clock when you're going to be throwing the ball.
That's right. 1:21 on the clock. A third down play.
Third down play. Let's see.
Timeouts left.
One timeout left for St. Joe. So after this play, they can stop it one last time.
You figured the Lancers, you would figure, Bob, are going to run the football here, force them to take the timeout to stop the clock. Then they'll punt. That way that offensively, Kenosha would not have any timeouts, but you're right, they could have the ball back here with about a minute to go.
And you know they'll be throwing on every down if that should occur, because you won't be able to afford the time for a run.
But we've seen Fred Heydrich in this situation throw the football as well, so let's see how they're going to play it. They do go at the run, and Honke gets stopped, timeout. And that only took 6 more seconds off the clock, 1:15 with the timeout. Now Manitowoc Lutheran will be punting the football. Of course, Kenosha St. Joseph might be talking about a block punt play as well. A couple different ways they could play it.
We've seen several, well, actually 2. I believe the second one was going to be an attempt at a fake punt. We saw one of them. I don't expect to see that here, but remember also that we've had a bad snap or two here on this punt play that's coming up. The snap, very, very critical. They can get it back cleanly to Lohberger, and he can get a decent kickoff. It's going to take another, maybe 7 or 8 seconds or more off that clock, and with a decent kick, put St. Joseph's in a position where they've got a fair amount of field to have to cover.
Remember, Kenosha St. Joseph has the wind at their back, trailing by 5. Field goal's no good. They need the touchdown. That would win it for them. Skuglik and Kenesee back at midfield at the 50. Lohberger to punt from his own 9. Ball hits at the 47, goes straight up in the air. And down at that point by the Lancers. 1:05 on the clock. Kenosha St. Joseph's 47 yards away from the championship. Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers defense.
Well, you sure couldn't ask for a much more exciting ball game in a state championship situation. Manitowoc Lutheran with some timeouts left, 2 of them, but St. Joe's with none. And again, we've had some real teeing off by some of those defensive linemen for Lutheran.
One advantage for Kenosha St. Joseph's going to the air. Anytime they get a first down, that will stop the clock until they move the chains. Arnold scrambles out of some pressure from behind. He's hit. Still escapes. Throws the football. He's got a man deep. And it's going to be a touchdown with 49 seconds left. Unbelievable. Well, credit Jerry Arnold with escaping a near sack and hits his man deep.
The receiver had gotten behind the defender that time, but you know what happened? That quarterback was caught back here more than once. Okay, here you're going to get another chance to see that. Here he is. He's caught, but shakes off both tacklers and lays the ball out to an open receiver. Excellent job.
47-yard TD pass from Arnold to Eric Kenosha. And it's 21-20.
We had the good pressure put on there by the defensive front.
And a stunned Manitowoc Lutheran crowd over there sits by helplessly as the two-point conversion attempt. And he stopped.
Well, 21-20, 49 seconds left on the clock. The kickoff coming up.
That's right. Another key thing here, Bob. A two-point conversion there would have made it 23-20. And in case there's some fireworks, we haven't seen any field goal kicking today, but a field goal would have tied it if they would have made the 2 points. A field goal now would win by Lutheran.
Well, 2 timeouts left on the board. That's going to be, of course, an important stat to keep an eye on here as time runs down. And, of course, they're kicking with the wind, so we'll have to see what kind of field position results after this this kickoff. Again, you wouldn't ask for much more in the excitement department.
I think this has to be the best state championship football game that we've ever done, Bob. And this is our 4th time down here, twice with Manitowoc Lincoln High School in '85 and '86, and in Manitowoc Roncalli a few years ago. And now this one, and this is certainly has to be one of the all-time most exciting games I bet played here at Camp Randall. And it's not over yet, 49 seconds. The way this one's been going, maybe it'll be a kickoff return here for a TD.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Lutheran no stranger to moving the ball at the end of the game when they have to do it.
Adam Inkland tees it up at the 40. Seth Honke back deep at the 10. He's in the middle. Flanked by Vandewater and Schwartz. He kicks it over towards Schwartz, out of bounds. Does not run any time off the clock. So with 49 seconds left, the Lancers with good field position here.
And now, of course, you're going to see the defense for Kenosha St. Joseph's change. They're going to be pulling some people back there and attempting to stop the one big play.
Don't forget, 2 timeouts left for the Lancers. That's critical in these 49 seconds. And they're going to...
I think they're going to make him re-kick it.
Right.
So they move the ball back 5 yards, make them kick it again in hopes of getting a return that will...
There you see the drive. One play, 47 yards in 16 seconds. Arnold to Eric Kenosha pass play.
And the crowd that we can see, almost everybody on their feet for the finish of this one.
Nobody went home early.
No, that's for sure.
There you see the many fans across the way. Excellent contingent on this side of the field for Kenosha St. Joseph as they squib it down about the 37. And the Lancers will go from their own 47-yard line with 45 seconds left and 2 timeouts.
Hi, I'm Buddy Buchanan, and I'm a loan officer with CTX Mortgage Company, and I'd like to talk to you today about how quick and easy it is to become approved for the purchase of a new home. It's called upfront approval. In just 48 to 72 hours, you can know that you've been approved for the purchase of a new home. All it takes from you is a half-an-hour appointment to apply, some income documentation, and the best part is it's absolutely free. Upfront approval takes the worry out of the mortgage process up front and lets you concentrate on finding that special house to call home.
Little play action. Lohberger over the middle, intercepted by Eric Hennessy. And that should be the ball game with 33 seconds left on the clock as the ball is tipped, deflected.
Well, the defense, of course, here we get a chance to see that one. Little play action. Then Honke stops in there to block. Laying the ball out, tipped, and now the same fellow who tips it with good concentration comes up with the ball.
Ball intended, it appeared for Vandewater. Excellent play by Eric Hennessy as he deflects that pass. It was right on the money. Knocked it up in the air and intercepted at the 39-yard line.
And now you'll see them taking a knee because there's not enough time left.
Lancers will call timeout, but they'll just have to go through the motions a couple more times. Clock hasn't stopped yet, Bob.
No, I guess they're not going to bother with the timeout because even if they use both of them, they cannot get possession of the ball.
So they won't even make them snap it. As here Fred Heydrich.
What a state championship football game.
Kenosha St. Joseph, the WISAA Division II state champions, 21-20 over the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers as Bob Freund and Fred Heydrich congratulate each other across the way. We'll be back right after this.
Explore the frontiers of computer graphics and design on the Design Revolution. Demonstrations of the latest design software. It's the Design Revolution, your resource for everything about graphics, about computers, about the people who use them, create them, and shape the future of design software. Tune in Saturdays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Another cable exclusive, only on Jones Computer Network. JCN, it all computes.
What a ball game here this afternoon. 21-20 Kenosha St. Joseph coming back in the final minute. Some final totals on the afternoon. 407 total yards for Kenosha St. Joseph. 229 for Manitowoc Lutheran. Rushing 38 yards for St. Joseph's, 45 for the Lancers. 265 passing for Kenosha St. Joseph. 113 for the Lancers. So 407 to 229. Bob, any other stats you wanted to pass along or info?
Well, not so much a stat as a comment that it's a kind of a commonly heard phrase, I guess, but it is so very true in this one. It's a shame anybody had to lose this ball game. It was an exciting one from start to finish. A lot of good offense shown by these two squads out here today, and it was some breaks that made the difference. There was the, St. Joe's was going out to take a lead when they had that unfortunate fumble for them and touchback when they were in position to score. Then Lutheran, of course, comes back, makes a good stop, gets a fumble, and recovers it. Many, many things happening out there. An excellent, just terrific effort by both teams, and it truly is a shame that one of them has to lose in a game like this.
Yeah, at midfield, they're going to have the presentation now, the plaque. Again, our congratulations to Bob Freund's Kenosha St. Joseph Lancers on winning this WISAA Division II state championship. And a well-fought game by the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers.
Yeah, it was the big play, as you noted with some of those yardage totals that we gave a bit earlier. It was a big play kind of a thing that happened. Kenosha's team did break a few big ones and had some mammoth yardage on one or two of those big plays and made enough of a difference to end up with that winning score.
You just saw Corey Rodewall and Andy Hillman, along with head coach Fred Heydrich, receiving that second place runner-up trophy, or plaque, we should say.
And speaking of Corey Rodewald out there, a little story to relate on Corey here as we see the Division II championship trophy being awarded to St. Joseph's. And one thing about Corey Rodewald this year, early before the football season, his grandfather passing away, and Corey kind of dedicated this season to his grandfather, and each day on some of that tape that these football players wear, he has a little dedication to his granddad, and I'm sure granddad is looking on very, very proud.
I want to thank our Jones Intercable Sports crew, Bob, for all the hard work and the setup. You can imagine down at Camp Randall here, quite an extensive setup here with the, we're up in the 3rd level, the press box, our cameras on some perches down on the 1st level, and our truck outside on the street, lots of cable and so forth to wire. Great job to all the guys, both from Manitowoc, also some people from Kenosha as well. So I want to give special thanks and praise to the crew. We enjoyed bringing you high school football this season. Well, our final score here, Kenosha St. Joseph 21, the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers 20 in this WISAA Division II State Championship game from Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin. So long, everyone.